Hello all, and thanks so much for coming out to celebrate Natalie tonight. Who'd have thunk that that little girl that used to walk the streets after a rainstorm to save the worms so they wouldn't die would be where she is today? But that's exactly why we're here today, to celebrate Natalie as she embarks on her newest journey. We all know Natalie as a caring and happy person. She's very outgoing and always willing to help others out. It is these traits that have led us here today. Her goodbye party for her next journey to go to Panama, where she will be a Peace Corps volunteer for the next 2 years. For those who have known Natalie the longest, they know that she's always stayed true to her roots, when while her values may have adapted a little bit, they have not changed. She's always cared about others and always enjoyed helping them as well. She went to UW-Madison undecided in her major, but wanting to explore options that would help her interests. She knew she wanted to do a career where she would be helping and benefiting others. As college continued and she grew and learned, she realized the Peace Corps was the best option for her. When she was little, she enjoyed helping her mom and also cared a lot about her friends. Her mom remembers that Natalie used to always make homemade birthday cards for her friends whenever their birthdays rolled around. Her mom says that Natalie wrote heartfelt notes in each of these birthday cards to make sure her friends felt special. She also loved volunteering and going on service trips during her grade school. Two of those favorite trips were when they went to the food pantry and portioned out food for those in need. Her especially favorite trip was going bowling at Manhattan bowling lanes, where they would bowl with kids and adults with special needs. These people really made an impact on her life, and her mom said there were certain people she would look forward to seeing every time, and they really made a special impact on her life. Through these volunteer trips, they really impacted her growing and learning as she continued to mature. When she started UW-Madison, she was undecided in her major, which I think is pretty normal for most college kids these days. She had so many interests, and still does, and found it hard to narrow them down. So she took some advice from her sister. She told her to get involved in as many things as she could to try them out and figure out what she was most passionate about. So she took her sister up on this and got involved, took Spanish and environmental studies classes, in addition to the other classes that you have to take in college, but realized that these were her favorite classes. She got involved volunteering, tutoring at a local Madison elementary school a couple of times a week. So now she was trying to figure out how to fit environmental studies and Spanish into her future endeavors. So her sister says that she really saw the importance of continuing to learn Spanish. She loved how the language sounded and wished she could speak it fluently. This is when Natalie's life journey got more interesting. She decided to study abroad in Peru. That really started to scratch her Spanish itch and really started to instill in her the travel bug as she started to learn new languages, meet new cultures, and be influenced by the people she met. When she got back from Peru, she was really starting to think about what her next steps would be, but knew she had time before she had to make any solid decisions. But when senior year rolled around, that's when she really started to feel the pressure. How was she going to incorporate these two majors that she loved into a career path where she would be helping others? She had heard about the Peace Corps a while back and started to explore that option a little bit more. She talked to recruiters, researched online, and went to a couple seminars to learn more. She realized it was the perfect fit for blending Spanish and environmental studies along with service. After all of this research, she decided to take the plunge and apply. There were still a lot of unknowns, but it was an exciting prospect. Her dad said the application process was a long one, and even after she got accepted, it was months before she found out where she was going to go. We knew she would have been coming back to live with us inevitably, but that's what happens when college kids graduate these days. Although we knew it meant a 2-year commitment, we knew Natalie had done her research and that this journey was the one she was going to choose for herself. Very wise words from her dad. As you can see, Natalie has used the opportunities she has been given and applied them to her future self. Her mom reminded us of how caring she was as a child and how much she loved her friends and volunteering. In college, she continued to explore her options and interests and figured out that she really loved Spanish and environmental studies. So by the end of college, she was ready to submit her application to the Peace Corps. We all know Natalie will be successful in any of the endeavors she encounters in Panama. She's flexible and adaptable and super funny. We are going to miss her, but we know that this journey of hard work, service, and gratitude is perfect for her. So let's raise a glass And here's cheers to Natalie and 2 successful years in Panama. We'll miss you a lot, and we can't wait to see you when you come back.